Con la página 22, page 22, we have the present indicative of ser. You'll learn later what the indicative means. It's referred to as the opposite of something else, another form of the verb. But the indicative just means, here's your basic verb form. This is the present tense of ser. Ser means to be. Now, it's really irregular in English. We should be saying I be, you be, she be, we be, y'all be, and they be. But we don't. The verb got corrupted somewhere way back in the past. Took on really strange forms in English. I am, you are, she is. We're used to the forms, so they don't seem like a problem to us. But somebody coming in from the outside, learning this language from the outside, crazy stuff, because am looks nothing like be. In Spanish, you've also got a corrupted verb. It's a little bit closer in some cases to ser, but it's still pretty corrupted, so it's a strange-looking form in just about every language. Now to say, we'll go right through the list here. Yo soy means I am. Tú eres means you are, talking to a friend, somebody familiar terms. Usted es, you are, talking formally to somebody. Él es, he is, talking about somebody. Ella es, she is. For the plurals of those, we have nosotros or nosotras somos, we are. Vosotros or vosotras sois, you are, familiar. Ustedes son, you are, formal. Ellos son, they are. And ellas son, they are. Notice that you have the yo, the tú, the usted, the él. For the most part, you don't even need those. Soy by itself means I am. You don't have to have the yo there to make that meaning come across. You can use the yo or not as you choose. If you want to add more emphasis, put it in. If you don't need the emphasis, take it out. It's fine. But you'll notice that es has three possible people that it can be. So there you're more likely to use it more often. By the same token, in the plural side, or the plural category, you've got son. That also has three possible people it can be. So again, more often than not, you're going to be using one of those words along with son. But somos, you don't need nosotros or nosotras. And sois, you wouldn't need vosotros or vosotras. You just got to memorize the forms too. Later on, you get more verbs that are easier to memorize because they follow a nice pattern. This one doesn't really follow much of a pattern. You just have to memorize the forms. Commit them to memory. That'll make this go a lot faster. The verb ser, notice that the note says, the verb ser is commonly used to express identity, who you are, place of origin, like where you're from, occupation, what your job or your profession is, characteristics, what do you like, what kind of person are you, and nationality, just what it says. So if I wanted to say, let me go right through those five. If I wanted to say that I am Scot, I would say soy Scot. Place of origin, where I'm from, I would say soy de, remember the de, soy de Castilla. I'm from a town called Castile. If I want to talk about my occupation, yo soy profesor. Characteristic, yo soy alto, no muy alto. Yo soy no muy alto. I'm not very tall. Pero no soy muy bajo, but I'm not very short. Yo soy pobre, I am poor. Or yo soy rico, I am rich. And nationality would be, what's your nationality? What's your nacionalidad? Yo soy americano. Or if you're Spanish, yo soy español. Or if you're Mexican, yo soy mexicano. And so on and so on. And look at the green box there. It just brings up a point that I brought up in an earlier video. The indefinite article un or una is not used after ser when describing profession, nationality, religion, or party affiliation, unless an adjective follows the noun. If you want to say that Dr. Trujillo is a professor, you don't say the word un or una. You just say, el doctor Trujillo es profesor. But if we describe him as what kind of professor he is, like he's excellent, then you put the un or the una in this case un because he's a guy. El doctor Trujillo es un profesor excelente. There's a saying in the green box that says, el tiempo es oro, time is gold. We say time is money, they say el tiempo es oro. Under the práctica, complete the conversation between two students using the present of the verb ser. The first blank, ¿de dónde blank ustedes? Well, with that de dónde, you know that we're talking about where is somebody from. And we know we've got ustedes. The only form, look up at the chart, the only form that matches ustedes is son. It's the only one you can use with ustedes. So the answer is, ¿de dónde son ustedes? Next one says, nosotros blank de Arizona. We are, when you've got de Arizona, so you know we're going to say we are from Arizona. So we need the form of ser which matches nosotros. That's somos. It's the only one that can go with nosotros. You can't mix and match these things. Nosotros somos de Arizona. Then the second question is, ¿de dónde blank tú? Where are you from? You've got the word tú. Which word out of those six? You have to memorize these things. Which word of those six matches tú? The tú form is eres. ¿De dónde eres tú? Yo blank de Texas. I am from Texas. You got the from Texas, so you know you have to say I am. You know you got yo, so we have to go with the only form that matches yo, and that's soy. Y María Inés, ella blank de California. And María Inés, she is from California. And the only one that goes with ella, if you look up in the box, is es. Ella es de California. Raquel y Luis, we got Rachel and Luis, they are from, or we're asking the question, are they from Colorado? And the answer is no, they're from Chicago. But are they from? So we know we have the from, we have to use the verb ser. We got Rachel and Luis. Raquel y Luis, that's they. So we have to think of what's the word for they? Ellos or ellas. We got a guy and a girl here, so we're going to use ellos. But either way, it doesn't matter. Look up there, and for ellos, the only verb that makes sense that goes with it is son. Ellos son de Colorado. Or is a question. Raquel y Luis son de Colorado?